sugar skulls are, I think, the most famous part of Dia de los Muertos, but they're the hardest one of these images to make. So if you're up for a challenge, then you can hang out with me and create a sugar skull. So for the first layer that we need to create, we need to create a skull shape, okay? So skulls aren't ovals, they're not circles, they are an organic shape, okay? So I'm gonna show you some simple steps to follow to create this organic shape. So we're gonna draw the top of the skull first. So I'm gonna start over here, and it's gonna almost end up being an oval, like a sideways oval, but I'm gonna leave it open like that. So go ahead and draw that line. And then from one side, I'm gonna draw a straight line down. On the other side, I'm gonna draw another straight line down. Then we're going to be connecting these two lines with a curved line, so like an upside down rainbow. Just like that, okay? So this is the first layer. You're gonna go ahead and cut this out, and then you're going to glue your sugar skull shape to your paper. I think I'm gonna kind of glue them down there sideways. All right, so now the next layer that we're gonna be adding are the eyes, nose, and mouth. So I'll show you how to draw all of these things, and the mouth is the trickiest part, so going to be the last part that we draw. So for the eyes, you're going to want to draw two somewhat big ovals, okay? So 1, 2. For the nose, you're going to draw a heart. And then for the mouth, you're actually going to draw a long rectangle like this. And then you're going to put another rectangle right below it. So it's kind of touching. Okay. And do you see how it's going to be 2 rows of teeth? Then you're going to make 1, 2, 3 lines on one side. So I drew 1 line in the middle, and then 2 more lines going to one side, and 2 more lines going to the other side. Okay. Now we're going to cut all of this out, and we're going to be cutting out these individual teeth too. Okay. So go ahead and cut these things out. Okay, so I've got all my little pieces cut out here. Now the first thing that we're gonna glue on our eyes. So I'm gonna take one of my ovals, and the eyes don't go up here. They actually go down where the skull starts to get skinny. They're gonna go right about there, so that the oval, the bottom of the oval, is kind of sitting right where your skull starts to get skinnier or thinner. I'm gonna put my other eye on, just like that. And then we're going to do our nose. So for the nose, I said we were gonna draw a heart shape, but your heart shape's actually gonna go on upside down. I'm gonna put the nose right there, right in between the eyes. Just scoot it down a little bit. Now the teeth. The teeth are the trickiest part of this whole thing. And what I have found is normally Mrs. Avery always says you put the glue on the back of the piece you want to attach. These pieces are so small that what I'm gonna let you do is take your glue and put a line of glue on here. And then you can stick your little teeth onto that glue, okay? So I'm gonna take my first tooth, I'm gonna stick it on here. I'm gonna take my next tooth, I want kind of another That one's kind of big, so I want another big one. And when you put the teeth on there, you want to leave a little bit of space. Do you see how I left a gap? You're going to want to leave a gap when you put your teeth on there. So you might end up with more teeth left over, and that's okay. So you might end up with some extra teeth, but it's all right. I'm definitely going to end up with some extra teeth. Alrighty, so there are my teeth. They look kind of crazy, but that's okay. Sugar skulls kind of look funky and crazy. Now you get to decorate your sugar skull with organic shapes. So this skull so far has the skull shape is organic, but the rest of these shapes have ended up being geometric. But when you decorate your skull, they should be organic shapes. So I'm going to draw like half of a flower for the top of my skull. And maybe instead of drawing the whole flower, I could just draw some petal shapes. So they kind of look like raindrops almost. And I can cut these out and attach them that way. All right, so I've got my little petal shapes cut out here, and now I'm gonna glue them on. So I'm gonna put some glue. And the first petal I think I'm gonna put right here. There we go. So I put some petals on top. It kind of looks like my little sugar skull has hair, which is kind of fun. Then you can decorate the rest of your sugar skull however you want. What I did with my first one was I put some petals around the eyes. I put some kind of like wavy lines underneath the eyes. I put some dots. I put like this shape right here kind of reminded me of like a 4-leaf clover almost. And then you can decorate it however you'd like. There's so many options.